Hi, my dear friends. My name is Avinoraj, and today I am going to give an introduction on IMS. So let's see what is IMS and why we require this. As you can see on this board, IMS is an IP multimedia subsystem. This is an architecture introduced by the 3GPP networks, under which uh, we have introduced the voice over IP instead of voice on circuit switch. So this is an architecture through which we were able to do this voice over IP. In our VoLTE, IMS architecture is using under which SIP and RTP protocols introduced. As you can see on this board, I have written this, that is the VoLTE in IMS VoLTE. We are using the two mainly protocols, that is one is SIP and another is an RTP. So let's see what is this. You can see that IMS is having a SIP and another protocol is having an RTP and RTCP. SIP is purely responsible for the signaling part, as you can see there. Why? Because in our network we require the signaling as well as the user parts. So for signaling we are using the segregate protocol, and for the user part we are using the different protocols. As you can see on this board, what is this? In SIP signaling we are mainly using the TCP packets. Why TCP packets? Because TCPs are more reliable than the UDP. As we know that, why it is? Because TCP sends the acknowledgement message, while the UDP doesn't send the acknowledgement packets. So whenever we require the reliable connections, such as in signaling, we are using the TCP. As you can see there, while SIP is also compatible with the UDP, but we are not using in often cases. While you can see there, for RTP, we are having an RTP for the user parts. That is for voice parts or data parts, whatever the user wants to do. In the user parts, if the audio packets will have a small loss of packets, then that will be controllable. So instead of TCP, we are using UDP here. Why? Because in TCP we get the acknowledgement every time, and this covers the increase the strength of inherent latency, as you can see. While in UDP we are not getting any acknowledgement, so UDP is faster but not reliable. So that's why UDP is going to preferred for the RTP protocols, while TCP is not going to be preferred in the RTP. As you can see here, RTP having a sister protocol, that is an RTCP, as you can see on this board. So we will discuss about the RTP and RTCP in the next session, and what these sessions will be, I will tell you in this board. So I am going to rub this, and in this I will show you what the contents will be covered during this IMS sessions. I hope this will be the reliable sessions for all the IMS students who wanted to learn about the IMS. And if you like it, then please subscribe this video. Here, right now, I have discussed about the introductions, as you have seen on this board. After that, I will discuss about the SIP and RTP protocols. What are these protocols and how they are working? So we will discuss in these sessions. Post that, we will get aware or introduced from the IMS nodes. What are the IMS nodes which are using in our VoLTE networks? You can see there. Post that, we will able to do a VoLTE registration. So I will show you the session of a registration flow there. Registration flow there. Post that, I will show you the VoLTE call flow diagram with proper description. After that, we will discuss about the SIP header. as you can see here. Post that, we will cover the some traces on SIP. In these sessions, I will show you the RTP packets as well as SIP packets, what are the SDP packets and how they are working, such as what are the SIPs and what are the headers there, such as for the invite, what packets are being transmitted, for the 100 trying, what packets are being transmitted. So these all will be covered in the traces on the SIP. Post that, I will discuss about one important unit of IMS node, that is the TAS. What are the functionality of TAS? What is the TAS? So I will show there, and we will able to understand why and how TAS is working and why it is required in our IMS networks. In last session, we will discuss about the conference call flow, how conference is working and what are the call flows related to this. So we will discuss here. After that, we will have some basic Q&A related to IMS interview questions. So my dear friends, if you will be able to join my all the sessions, then you will be able to give some answers for the IMS questions. I know that not some, you will be able to give the 50 to 60% answers for the IMS questions. So please do join my sessions, and I will do my work hard and I will do my best for learning these sessions. So this is all for the introductions. Next session I will cover about the SIP and SWIP. So thank you.